So we'll begin with Professor Bharat Lohani's talk for 5-7 minutes. Sir.
Thank you, Manish, and good afternoon, all of you. So Manish always likes to give me the toughest job, which is, keeping the excitement levels of the audience high, even after the post-lunch. And being a teacher, I'm professor in IIT Kanpur, so we have to face this day and night, and our students, they sleep in the class, okay? So I think few things that I will talk about this topic will be useful. I did not make any presentation here, and let me express that I'm sorry that I will not be able to continue in this entire discussion, which I wanted to because of the significance of the topic. The land records cadastral survey is very, very important. And basically, this is the backbone for the digital India. And if you see, if you are from the village side, if you are from the Kasbas, you will find, most of the court cases are because of the land disputes. So how to resolve that? The problem that we are facing is, we have the last survey, which was tens of years ago, okay? And since then, we did not do any survey. And at that time also, the survey was done using conventional methods, using the chain type, using the plain table. And in the current context, at that time it was fine. Even if your land is 1 feet here and there, or 1 meter here and there, doesn't matter. Because the cost was not there. But now the land is very costly. And we see large number of the problems in the society are because of the land. So how we, this community, the geospatial community, can play the role? And basically by using the technologies. So what I would like to do, I would like to take you towards few things which are bothering me and which all of us should consider, and which I will leave also to the panel here to talk about, to come up with some kind of resolution guidelines. And yesterday we had a very good talk by Mr. Meena from the Department of Land Records, where he came out with many aspects of the land records, the associated problems. The first thing that comes to my mind is, always this is a question. The question is, okay, which one is the right technology for land records? We all are bothered about it. If I pursue land surveying, I will always take that flag, and I say, no, land surveying is the best. I do photogrammetry, I say, no, photogrammetry is the best. Or I do LiDAR and photogrammetry, I say that is the best. Or someone who does the satellite, he says that is the best. Unless we understand the basics of the technology. Because let me tell you this thing here. I'm professor at IIT Kanpur in geoinformatics, and I did my PhD from UK in 1999 in LiDAR technology. That was the time when the LiDAR technology was just coming up. Around the world, in UK also, we were the first persons to work in that technology. I should also tell you one more hat that I wear. In IIT Kanpur, I started, along with my students, a company. The company stayed there for 3 years, incubated, with the name of GeoKnow. That stands for Geospatial Knowledge, GeoKnow. And GeoKnow, because of my passion with the LiDAR, so GeoKnow is currently the LiDAR company and has done very good work. These guys are doing really wonderful work, whether it is airborne, whether it is mobile, whether it is terrestrial. So why I'm telling you this? Because I may be biased toward that side. So regarding that question, that, okay, which technology? So unless we understand the fundamentals, we always try to give the wrong answer. So like, I have heard this, the satellite image, which has 1 meter resolution, can produce 1:1000 map. People do talk about it, which is wrong. If you see the literature, scientific literature, it is not possible. If it is 1 meter image, the best it can do 1:10,000. So we must go back to the fundamentals. We must go back to the scientific literature. And then only we should start talking about those. So my thing will be the same thing about the, say, total station. Whenever we talk about the total station, our expectations are, oh, no, everything will be in millimeter accuracy. No, it is not millimeter accuracy. Total station involves a process. That process is of the bisection, the process is of the centering, the process of the putting the target, the process of transferring the control from one point to the other point. That 1 centimeter, which is 1 millimeter or 2 millimeter, which is there, is the least count. Along with the distance, the accuracy degrades. And the least count is not accuracy. Accuracy, we always say 2.5 times the least count. If your instrument is 1 second instrument for the angle, 2.5 will be the standard deviation. So unless we understand these basics, so saying this, it can do 1 millimeter accurate work. No, it is not so. Similarly, aerial photogrammetry for the land records. Wonderful technology, very quick, very fast, but has got the limitations because you can't see under the foliage. Many times the land boundaries or the plot boundaries are under the foliage. Then many times what happens, aerial photogrammetry is based on identifying the type points, whether we are doing it manually or whether we are doing it automatically. So type point can be identified only if the area had got many features. Now, if many times it happens, the entire land is barren, no cultivation, or the converse of this, entire land has got the cultivation. So the color in the image is same. Because the color everywhere is same, we cannot get the type points. Now the LiDAR, new technology, what I say is LiDAR along with the photograph put together has got the potential to eliminate the limitations of only photogrammetry along with the conventional technologies. Because LiDAR has this possibility that it can see through the canopy. So even if the land is barren, you cannot identify the type points because in the LiDAR, the basic thing is each point is being measured individually. We don't need any kind of photo triangulation there. We don't need to see a point from 2 points or multiple points. So even if there's no texture, still LiDAR can identify the field boundaries. Even if the field boundaries are under the tree or under the forest or under the crop, still the land boundaries can be identified. So when we are deciding the technology, we have to see what kind of ground is there. So this is one issue which I think that should be considered whenever we are talking of the land records. It's a very, very important issue for me. I think with this word, because there is not much time, I will finish. And very quickly, because I'm not part of the panel, and I will be leaving from here. If you have any question at this stage, I would love to answer that. OK, thank you very much.
Thank you, Professor Lohani. May I now request Dr. Sandeep Tripathi.